Hi everyone, and thanks for stopping by. You are very welcome. I recently put a question out on my community page asking whether you would prefer the next song tutorial to be a new song from One Deep River or a classic, and the vast majority of people fancied something in the classic category. So how could I refuse? Now, Follow Me Home, I think, is one of those under the radar songs that could get lost in amongst the bigger songs on the album, but I really love it. It's very evocative, and when I hear the beginning of it, I'm immediately on a tropical beach on a sultry evening. There's a big fire burning and the sound of some kind of celebration or gathering. It's wonderful. So before I get too carried away, let's dive in. Come with me. So here we are with the Strat. I love the old songs that MK did on the Strat, quintessentially Dire Straits. So we'll start first with the chords and the rhythm technique, and then we'll have a look at all of the little lead licks and of course the solo. So the main rhythm part is on the 7th, 8th and 9th frets to start with, and we've got third finger on the D string, 9th fret, 7th fret, index finger, 8th fret on the B string. So that sounds like a G. Those are the open strings. That sounds like a G, but actually John Illsley on the actual song is playing the E bass, so it turns it into an E minor 7. Okay, so let me work through how that works. We're sliding up and then back down, and then the little finger, or the pinky if you're watching in the States, hits that 9th fret. Now the temptation might be to bar using your index finger. I don't do that. I don't think MK does that either, because for one thing, it's nice to have this top E string given the chance to resonate a little bit and to vibrate, which adds to the harmonics of the piece of music. But also, what it does, it allows easier sliding. Let me show you what I mean. So here we are. I'll do it at sort of full speed to start with, and then we'll break it down. So breaking it down. It's really important to put some emphasis on that E on the little finger. And another reason why I don't bar these chords is because I like to put a bit of vibrato, particularly on that note. Okay, so this is what I mean. So just there, just add a little bit of vibrato. Let me do that again. Okay, onto the picking hand. So what you need here is that Knopfler frailing technique. I'll put a link either in the description or in the corner to the video that I've got on the channel that shows you how to do that technique. But essentially it's pluck and then hit down with your nails. So let's put all that together in the verse, and it goes like this, starting at "and when the sun goes down." I'll put the words on the screen so that you can follow along, but I won't sing because it kind of gets in the way of the playing. Okay, here we go. There is a little bit of a nuance at the beginning of each verse with the chords. So in the very first verse, while the sun goes down, he goes from the E minor 7. He actually goes briefly to that B minor 7 barred. Let me show you what I mean. We'll split the screen and I'll show you what I mean. So we're here and we've done... Okay, so, oh, well, the sun goes down. Oh, well, the sun go down. So it's there. So just a brief flirtation, really, with that B minor. So, oh, well, the sun go down. So that's just something to be aware of and to learn. You can hear it on the Communique recording, but it's also worth checking out. There is a Rock Palast, which is the old German rock show, Rock Palast performance from 1979 of Follow Me Home. It's well worth looking at it on YouTube. Really brilliant. And you can see MK doing that at the beginning of each verse. Anyway, I could play that all night. Let's move on. Okay, so let's break down the solo, and we start with a slide up to the 9th fret on the D and the G strings. And bend like this. Now, when I play this, I like to do one of the kind of multi-pick things. Again, look at the series that I put out with the essential Mark Knopfler techniques. So what I mean there is that instead of playing this, which is perfectly fine, it sounds absolutely great, what I sometimes do is this. As I say, there is a video on how to do that technique, so I won't go into it in detail here, but it sounds great, doesn't it? If you're enjoying this video and getting something out of it that you can use in your playing, I would love it if you would give me a like and click the bell so that you don't miss any new content. It would be great too if you would consider subscribing. Mine is only a very little channel, and so it would be great if we could build the community. So come and join us. Everyone is very friendly. Okay, the next part of the solo, index finger, and it feels a bit weird to start with doing it this way, but I'll show you why you need to start this way. So we go from the 2nd fret on the G string, slide up, and then use the open B string, but also add that note in. Watch what I mean. You get a hint of that on the recording on Communique. And then to here. show you that again. So now we're back to the same place that the solo started on the fretboard, but with a slight twist. So here we go. So D string, 9th fret. And then G and B strings. And if you've got a volume pedal, you can use it here. Or if you just watch my plucking hand, turn the volume down, pluck. And this next bit I think is beautiful. At full speed, it sounds fantastic. And then we're here. Right, there's quite a lot going on there, and there's some subtle bending, so let's work it through in real fine detail. This is fairly straightforward. Jump up to here, and then there's a bend from here up there. Show you again. Quite difficult to do that if you've not been used to doing it. So go really slowly. Notice I use my two strongest fingers, which are my first and my middle. That's absolutely fine. Then I go to my ring finger there because I don't need the strength. Bend up. So again, in the Essential Knotfler Techniques series, I call it the one string up bend, and it does this. Or this. So one string below, it's bending up to the note you want to go to. And here as well. So I'll play the solo in a little bit quicker, not full time, but just give you an idea how it all hangs together. Okay, so now I'll go through all the licks. I'm going to do them in order that you hear them in on Communique. I won't announce them, won't talk about them. I'll just show you them so that you can pick them up from the video. Here we go. Now the next part is all about harmonics. I've separated it from the rest of the lick because it probably justifies a little bit of explanation if you're not used to harmonics. So we've gone from here If you're not sure what a harmonic is, I'm just touching the G string very, very lightly here. And as I pluck the G string, I'm going to let go. And I'm touching the G string just right on the, pretty much where the fret is. So if you pluck and let go at the same time, and you can do that in various places around the fretboard. So on the 7th fret, let's say that's the B, you get a perfect 5th above it. You can also go, you can get the octave. You can hear it, it's a 3rd above the tonic, a 3rd above the B, so that would be a D sharp. Harder to do that one. But anyway, so when we've come from this bit, you play the harmonics on the top 3 strings together, but very quickly arpeggiated or separated. B string 7th fret, and then the top 3 strings 5th fret. So there you go, that's that one. Let's move on. So it'll sound like this if you've got the volume pedal. I'm doing it with my volume knob, which is not easy to do. So I've stopped on this one because there's an important technique to sort of pick out here. You're fine if you just want to pluck it. That's fine, but to get the real Knopfler sound, pedal again if you've got it. And there are one or two other little licks between that point and the very end, but I'll leave you to work those out yourself. You've got all the notes you need and all the techniques there. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye for now.